on Donovan for most of those possessions. I mean, is that something that you're going to take on, guarding Donovan for the Georgia possession?
Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to this. Y'all ain't met playoff P yet, huh? I'm used to these matchups. I'm used to playing against the best offensive guy.
Really, nigga?
Man, this is crazy. Paul George. First of all, man, follow my Twitter. If you are not following my Twitter, you cannot call yourself a supporter of me, because that is where I am reacting to everything on. Everybody on my Twitter engaging with me and all that, bro. I appreciate it. That's where I am at for these playoffs. Make sure you follow my damn Twitter. I ain't gonna say it again. Now, this video was made on the fly. Like, I just watched this game. I just saw it and I'm pissed off at it because I want the Clippers and the Lakers to play in the Western Conference Finals. And it may not happen. It's still early, but it may not happen. I'm just reacting to Paul George and basically the origin of Playoff P. Basically how he got this name and how it's still going to this day. If, and this is a big ass if by any chance you are watching this video, Paul George, because I know you sensitive, I know you watch anything that people say about you and all that. If you are watching this, this is all love. I did this same thing to Kyle Lowry last year and basically bullied his ass to a championship. That game he gave us a donut, I did this exact same thing. He gave us a championship. So it might work out for you. This is all love, bro. Now, in 2012, 2013, this was Paul George's first year as an All-Star. So this is really the year where I judge him on that pedestal. Paul George led that Pacers team to the playoffs. They won like 50 games and made the playoffs. And in the first round, they played the Atlanta Hawks. And yeah, they beat the Atlanta Hawks. But in game 6, the closeout game, this man gave us 4 points. 4 points in 44 minutes. Now this is still early, so I can't go crazy on him, but this is like where it all started. Then fast forward into the Eastern Conference Finals. Again, kudos to Paul George because he led this team to the Eastern Conference Finals at like 23-24. So I give him his props for that. They battle a Miami team with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. It is no shame in losing to that big three, especially LeBron in that time. Like, bro, he was on a mission. But in game 7 where it matters most, this man gave us 7 points in a game 7. Still, it's early, but this is the origin to me of Playoff B. Now, honestly, it is a little overblown because after this, he wasn't playing bad in the playoffs. He was just losing to LeBron and all that. Then he had his injury, but then it picked back up in 2017. See, my problem with Paul George, it's the fact that when you expect him to perform is when he doesn't perform and he lays that damn egg. Like when it's no pressure, bro has the smoothest, sexiest games, crossovers. I mean, he's 6'9". He's a bucket. But when you need him, this is where he lays this damn egg. In 2017, Paul George led Indiana to the playoffs. And in the first round, they met Cleveland. LeBron, same LeBron, different jersey. They met Cleveland. They fell down 2-0 to Cleveland. I don't have a problem falling down 2-0 to Cleveland. They were loaded. Kyrie, Kevin Love, LeBron back in the city. Like, it's no problem with that. Game 3, they're back in Indiana and he's defending home court. They get up to a 26-point lead. Exactly what you would want as a home court. 26-point lead. Look at what Paul George did in the third quarter. And they ultimately lost this game and blew a 26-point lead. And to make matters worse, in game 4 they lost. And look at what Paul George did again. This was his last game in Indiana. I hate when fans boo players that gave their all for the city and all that. But bro, I can't get mad at Indiana because look at how he left. Then he gets traded to OKC. Now this is where the infamous name Playoff P was born. Game 1 versus Utah, the man goes off. Like, he does what we know he's capable of doing on any given Sunday, any given Monday, whenever. Like, this is what he's capable of doing. And Carmelo and Russell was happy and they gave him the name Playoff P.
Just talk about both of y'all. Can you just talk about playing with playoff P finally and just getting a chance to see him getting it going like that?
His name, playoff. That's a new name. I was let Russ answer that one. Not playoff.
But in the next 5 games, and it gets pretty bad, this is what he did. And in game 6, bro, prepare for this one if you don't remember. Game 6, Paul George had 5 points in 45 minutes. 5 points. Look at what Russell Westbrook did in the most Russell Westbrook way. Like, inefficient as hell, but he gave his all. And look at what Paul George did. And on a side note, look at what Carmelo did. Like, bro, Russell was giving his all. His help just wasn't there. Then last year, I don't even really have a problem with how he played in the playoffs. Like, honestly, he didn't play bad. My only issue was the fact that you got sauced up for the last play and the series, and you had the audacity to call it a bad shot. Like, bro, just take your L and shut the hell up. Then this year, and this is where I rant. Let me get close to the mic. Paul George, bro, listen to me, bro. Do you know that in this league, you are viewed as an all-star? Do you know that Kawhi Leonard left a championship team, a team he just won a championship with? By the way, the Raptors are looking damn good without Kawhi, so he may have made a mistake, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm sorry for saying Brooklyn was gonna win 2 games. He left that team and reportedly asked you to join the Clippers. Do you know that Steve Ballmer gave up 500 draft picks to specifically bring you to the Clippers, and you are looking like the worst investment of all time from Kawhi's standpoint and Steve Ballmer? Bro, if somebody gives you the ball one more time expecting the quote-unquote second star to make a play, find a shot, and you dish it off hesitant as hell, or you drive not even looking for your shot, bro, I'm gonna lose my mind. In the third quarter, you weren't even looking for your shot anymore, bro. Like, you look scared. Everybody wants to see the Clippers and the Lakers. We've been hearing about it all year. You specifically are messing the entire season up. Bro, you have to wake up, bro. Like, you have to wake up. If you guys like this video, man, make sure you guys like the video. Paul George, you disgusting me right now. Just like, hopefully I can give you the Kyle Lowry effect that I had last year, bro. But you got to wake up, man. Like I said, man, follow my Twitter, follow my IG. Do all that great stuff, guys. And until next time, as always, stay tuned.
Paul said we were going to get introduced to playoff P. What'd you think about that tonight?
Yeah, that was definitely him tonight. You know, I played against him before. You know, he was in Indiana in the playoffs, so you know that is playoff P. So if we're going to get that every night, you know, I like our chances.